G'day viewers and welcome to WAINGAFAT Wednesday, where I tell you who am I not giving a fuck about today. Today, my choice is being led by our Prime Minister. Not the Prime Minister herself, although she's prone to say and do things that I really don't give a fuck about. But when the question was posed to her, hey, Gina Rinehart made a 10-minute video on YouTube, talked about everything that's wrong and she hates your mining tax. What do you say to that? To which the Prime Minister just said, wow, Rinehart doesn't like the mining tax. Why don't you say something that's actually news? That isn't news. And you can tell just, the subtext is, we don't make policy based on one over-wealthy, psychopathic, out-of-touch ogre who just, has no relationship to the real world. This is someone who actually seems to not realise that she was the child of a billionaire. And she thinks she can pass judgment on other people. Yes, it's Gina Rinehart. I'm just not giving a fuck about, the fact she's made this 10-minute video on YouTube, because there's not enough cats, Gina. You're really, really rich. You could have had anything in the video. Really good special effects. Or just bury yourself in cats. People will watch you then, okay? People will want to see that video. Ooh, is that a crazy cat lady? Maybe she should do her own version of the crazy cat lady dating site video. Be the crazy mining billionaire dating video with I'm thinking of exploiting workers again. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But honestly, after she actually slagged into people who are actually working, I think it's clearly, okay, she's born into privilege, is completely out of touch with reality, has been at war with her own family for fuck knows how long in the courts. It's like she doesn't actually understand how bad she's making herself look. I assume she has no handlers, no sort of advisors, or no one with the balls to say, you can't say that, Gina. Like when she's going on about how people who are working for minimum wage don't deserve better because they spend too much of their time smoking and drinking. Her fellow mining billionaire Clive Palmer and ultra-conservative Queensland crazy Bob Catter both said, no, that's bullshit. Don't go fucking hammering people who are working hard for a living. That's idiotic. Why would you say that? I mean, when those guys are saying the equivalent of shut the fuck up, Gina, you probably should pull back and take stock of what you're saying. And her most recent tirade, the two priceless bits for me, is how she went, I think Australia should be divided into two economic zones, and one in the north where all the mining interests are. That should have no regulation and no taxes. I assume she's going to call that Genatopia. And sorry, I just find it hard to keep going. Like this person who's worth $30 billion who won't shut the fuck up spouting off of, I don't have enough money. I've ripped all these minerals out of the country and God, I want more. She can't even be human. Who does shit like that? And the other thing she said in her little video was she's saying it's too expensive in Australia. People get paid too much. There's too many taxes. Why? We're competing with Africans who work for $2 a day. She thought that was a good thing to say. She thought that was winning the argument. The person worth $30 billion a day is essentially saying, this country won't be right until we pay people less than slave labour wages. Who says those? Why isn't someone telling her, no, Gina, shut the fuck up. At this point, you keep this up, the government will be able to introduce a 50% tax just on you, and the whole fucking country will go, you're not going far enough! Maybe, I was just saying that. I keep saying she's got no advisors. Maybe she does. Maybe they toned down what was in her speech. My God, what was the original speech she wanted to give? Lowly, snivelling, worthless, clawing at my wealth, so-called workers. In order for you to continue the privilege of digging in my mines, for $3 a day, you must bring me your firstborn babies. Yes, I want their tender flesh. Bring them to me. I demand tribute. I demand tribute. Right about now, I'm thinking I should have done a whole Hunger Games thing there. Maybe that's for another video. But seriously, Gina Rinehart, either get in touch with reality or nobody's going to give a fuck about the insane shit that you rant. Oh, and just as a closing note, anyone who considers themselves being funny and your idea about having a go at Gina Rinehart is saying that she's fat and ugly. Well, okay, as observational comedy goes, it's an actual, accurate observation. It just isn't funny. Seriously, if this person has a soul as black as the deepest pits of hell, she's the sort of entity that when she walks through hell, which I assume she does on a regular basis, other demons and hellspawn go quiet. Just don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact with her. Okay? You just don't get involved. Okay? She's that bad. With everything she says and does, if the best you can come up with, she's fat and ugly, maybe you should shut the fuck up as well.